संसारसमुद्रतार नौकायिताभ्यां गुरुभक्तिताभ्यां वैराग्यसाम्राज्यदपूजनाभ्यां नमो नमः श्रीगुरुपादुकाभ्याम्.
Namaskaram, all of you. Great that all of you have taken this step to spend this day of Paurnami to take an inward step. So it's really wonderful to see so many seekers, and we wish you from behalf of one of us. We want to wish you a very happy Guru Paurnami as well. And as you know that it's a very significant day, and this is one of the most significant days for a spiritual seeker. I would like to share my story in terms of how it started for me and how it just started with one simple step which I took. Because you may take many steps, but unless you take an inward step, you do not really progress. But all it takes is just one simple inward step for you to begin your inner journey. So I would like to share my story, how it began for me, because I felt that on this day, it's good to look back and see how you started on this path, and probably many of you would be able to relate to this and see if you can also use this particular day to take an inward step for yourself as well. So for me, this started, my journey with yoga started way back in 2008 when I did the first program with Isha called as Inner Engineering. Many of you would have already done this program. So that was when my journey first started, because I came in touch with Isha. Before that, I had just done some yoga program near to my place, but I had not continued with it for long. I just did it for about a month or so, and then after that I discontinued, because I just learned yoga as a physical discipline. I just learned some Surya Namaskars, some asanas, some breathing, pranayam, and I was just doing it for my well-being, but I didn't know the depth and dimension of yoga. So my first experience with Isha was in 2008 when I did this in engineering program, and it so happened that after I did the program, I got a message that there's a unique event with Sadhguru called as Lap of the Master, which will be happening in the ashram. So this was in 2009 when they announced this event, and they said that it's a rare opportunity to be with him for about 3 days. I think it was 3 days. So unfortunately, due to this COVID pandemic right now, we have lost this opportunity to be with him. Otherwise, every year during this Guru Purnima, he usually does this Lap of the Master, and it's an opportunity for all Isha meditators, those who have done in engineering, to spend 2 or 3 days with him in the ashram, and where he has discourses, satsangs, music, so many things go on. So it's like a yearly affair which happens. So because of this pandemic, they have cancelled all of that, and now it's only online, which will be happening tomorrow. So this happened in 2009 when I think this was the first time they announced such an event, and I thought I should go and attend this, because after doing the engineering program, I was definitely seeing a lot of changes in myself, and I felt that I should definitely not miss an opportunity to be with Sadhguru, because he's the one who has designed all of this. So without thinking much, I just booked my tickets and I landed up in Coimbatore to attend this event. And this whole event, being with Sadhguru, it completely changed the way I was looking at yoga. And just being with him for those 3 days, suddenly something within me changed, which I couldn't imagine. So before I attended this event, I always looked up to my inner engineering teacher, because when I did the inner engineering program, I saw this lady who was so short and diminutive in nature, but the way she was, carrying herself, and the way she was speaking, it made such a profound impact on me, because she was just the way she was speaking, it looked like as if these things, the way she was speaking, I could never imagine myself doing this. She was speaking with so much clarity, and just listening to her, I couldn't imagine that, how can a person be like this. I was just wondering that why is it not possible for me? And somewhere within me, I felt if I could be like this person, the way the way she's radiating so much peace and calmness, the way her voice is, the way her demeanor is, I could just not imagine that how I can be like this. And I just felt that maybe if I could do like this. And then I felt that okay, teaching being a teacher like this is definitely not something which is possible for me. It is something which is otherworldly. I used to think that this is something definitely not possible for me, and this is something which requires something else. And I don't think right now I'm there, or whether I'll be even able to reach there. Even to dream of such a thing was not a possibility for me. So this was how it was before the program. So this was the background, and when I visited this Isha Yoga Center for the first time in my life, and being with Sadhguru for those 3 days, it was really powerful. Just spending it. We were in the Spanda Hall lawns. For those of you who know about Isha Center, just we were the site itself was so mesmerizing. Just looking at those mountains, the clouds, the moon, and just being with Sadhguru. He used to lead us in meditations and discourses, answer our questions. And what I remember very clearly was that when this session ended, when this session ended, just before ending and leaving the hall, he just asked us to do one thing. He said, see, all of you have taken so much effort and spent so much time, and you all have come here. You have spent these 3 days with me. You definitely have been touched. You cannot go untouched if you have given yourself completely, even for a moment, in these 3 days. But right now, it's very much possible that you all will go back home and get back to your normal lives, and again do the same old things what you were doing without any change, and again get back and get stuck in the same possible way, same way you were earlier. It's possible that you can wind yourself again even after these 3 days. So if you have to make some change, if you have to take one step in your life which can transform you or at least lead you towards your inner well-being, all I would like you to do today is, before you leave, just commit on one thing which you will change within yourself. Just commit on one thing which you wanted to do, but you felt that you are not suitable to do that. Just try to do that one thing. Maybe you wanted to do it, but you felt that, oh, this is not for me. You felt that, you felt that this is something which is beyond my capacity, or this is not something which I can do, or whatever else. Just one thing. Don't do 100 things. Just one step, he said, you take today before you leave this hall. Just fix it right now within yourself, that what is this one thing which you will do, which you never did, or which you hesitated to do, or which you felt which was beyond you, and you never did that. Just change this one thing. And I assure you that if you just take this just one step, not two steps, just one step, if you take this itself will lead you towards your inner well-being. And that one step, one single step, as they say, every journey begins with one simple step. So a journey of 1,000 miles, I think they say, right? So it begins with a single step. So that's how he said. He just said, do this. And for me, I don't know what happened at that point of time, but for the first time in my life, something within me said that I should not ignore this. Because many times I've heard many things. I mean, there's no problem. You can put me through hundreds of discourses. I can happily listen to all of them. I can go through many programs, and I can still go without taking even one single step. That is how I was. Because when it comes to taking action, all of us hesitate, isn't it? When it comes to listening, all of us are very ready. If I ask you that every day, every week you come and attend such a program, for you it's not a big it's not a big step. It's not very difficult for you to take off few hours and allocate this for your well-being to attend the program. But if I ask you to take a single step which can change the way you're leading your life right now, that can be very daunting for most of us. because it is something which you're taking as a, it's some action which you're taking, and whenever you take an action there are definitely consequences, and it can mean changes in your life. It can mean changes in what you're doing currently. It can mean stepping into some unknown territory, isn't it? So this is something which we are all afraid of, and that is why we hesitate to take action. So I don't know what happened, but at that point of time, when he said this, I just decided. Suddenly, it flashed in my mind that I always wanted to be like this, like how I just mentioned that when I saw this in an engineering teacher, I felt that okay, I wish I could be like this, and I felt it was beyond me. It was not at all. I couldn't even dream of being like this, how she was. But when he said this, that maybe whatever you were thinking that it is beyond you, but you wanted to do it, whatever it is, just try to take that one step. So somewhere I just decided, okay, on my own I wouldn't have ever dreamt of this. But when he said this, just break this one limitation today before you go out. What I did was, at that moment, I just decided instinctively that, okay, I want to be like this, how this inner engineering teacher was. And I just came outside the hall at that moment, and I saw a stall outside which was about applying for the inner engineering training, to go through the inner engineering teachers training. And at that point of time, just due to this momentum which I had gained from what Sadhguru said, without without thinking, because if I had just thought about it even for a minute, I would have definitely said that no, no, not possible. Let me do some more sadhana, let me do some more programs, and then only think about this. And I would have just postponed it. But that moment, I just kept aside all my logic and all my apprehensions, all my doubts, all my suspicions, and I just came, and I just went to that stall and I said, okay, I want to go to the part-time teachers training, the engineering training. How do I do that? And they said, okay, you have to fill this form. So there were two options, part-time and full-time. I obviously couldn't think of full-time because I was working as a software engineer. And at that point, I had not decided that, I can do anything like this full-time. Even to take this simple step of doing this, filling this form itself, I would have never done it if it was not for Sadhguru, who was inspiring us to take some action. So I just came outside and I filled this form. In the next few minutes, just within 5 minutes of him saying this and then leaving the hall, I just came outside, saw this stall, and I just filled up this form. And I said that okay, I want to do the part-time training, and I just left it. I just filled up the form. They asked a couple of questions, gave my details, and I left it. Now, this single step which I took on that particular day, based on Sadhguru's instructions, that you just do one thing. That that single mistake which I made, I would say, that didn't leave me, because of that one single step which I took. My whole life unfolded in a completely different way after that. And within a few months after that, things changed in such a dramatic manner that I decided that I decided to quit my job and come to the Isha Yoga Center and pursue this training full time. Actually, first I tried seeing how to do it part time, and then I thought that I'm not able to do anything part time with full attention because I'm always divided in thinking out about this, what about that. So I thought either I do it full time or I don't do it. And since I wanted to do it full time, I applied. I thought I'll actually, I didn't want to do it full time, but it's just that the way situations changed in my workspace, and around my life, it just happened in such a way that within a few months, things around me changed in such a way that I decided that I'll be doing this. I want to do this full time. So that single step which I took then, of just filling that form, that led to so many things, one after the other, one after the other. It just led to so many things that within 3-4 months time, I quit my job and I was in the Isha Yoga Center to volunteer. And that was something which is completely unthinkable for me, because I was so much attached to what I was doing. I was in, the peak of my career. I was just building my career and family and everything. They were like completely, they were just completely taken aback. And even I didn't know what was happening because just that one simple step which I took, it couldn't leave me actually. Because it was just one commitment which I took. And I didn't want to go back on that commitment. But that simple step of fulfilling that commitment, I tried, in so many ways to see if it can be done part time, but somehow I felt it was not working out and I had to do it full time. And it changed, and I had to quit my job, and I went to the center. So that was like, that simple step which I took, and I went to the center and volunteering, and that led one thing after the other. And I don't want to extend the story, but it so happened that, it was because of those steps which I took at that point of time. I started volunteering with the Isha Yoga Center. I started training. I did the training, and I was in various activities. And finally, many years down the line, when I was in Bangalore, when I was back in Bangalore, I started this organization called as Yogi Ray, again to impart yoga in uh, in ways in which how we can inspire people to make yoga a part of their life. So if you just ask me, 10, 12 years back, if I would have ever thought about this, I would say that when I was in school and college, I didn't even know about yoga. I might have just come across it in a dictionary. I didn't even know what yoga is. And there was hardly any interest in yoga for me. I only came across yoga when I was working actually. But in just a matter of few months, this changed in such a way that this became the focal point in my life. So that's why I'm saying, why I'm sharing this story is, you can do many programs, you can do many things, you can do a lot of activity, but it's still possible that nothing might change drastically in your life because you're hesitating to take action. When when I talk about action, it need not necessarily mean doing the same action which I did. For me, that mattered. If for someone else, maybe something else mattered, and they did that. But at least whatever matters to you, if you don't take any action about that, then you are actually wasting your life, isn't it? Because if you're not even leading the life which you want to live, if you're not even doing the things which you care for, then when do you think you will be able to do this? We all of us postpone thinking that, okay, maybe when I settle, when I get this much of a salary, when I have this much of savings, when I have, two kids, when I have, a bungalow or whatever else, then maybe it'll be time for yoga. But does this time really come? Is something which you need to think about, because it may be just an excuse for us to postpone what may be a difficult decision for us to make. It's so what decision you take or what action you take is immaterial, but the whole point is, are you willing and are you committed to take action? So this is something I thought I'll share with you, because when you take action, and if you take action which is what you really care for, that speaks much much louder than any words or any things which you do, because that will involve you getting into unfamiliar territory and facing the consequences of that. That simple step which I took on that day, it brought in so much of pain in my life. Actually, I would say I don't want anyone to go through that actually, because what I went through after that, those next 5 6 months, what happened within me and around me, it was like totally which can, I would say it was devastating actually in one way, because when things around you break, and when you were not able to meet people's expectations and what you had kind of imagined yourself to do, it may be very shattering actually. But at that point of time, I didn't know why I was going through it, but it's just that something within me was saying that it's now or never, and it's better that you do it now and face the consequences. And I just jumped into it. But now when I look back and I see, I'm so thankful I did that. I took all those hard decisions and I just took that one single step. Because when I took that one single step, inspired me to take many steps after that. Because I understood that, okay, now I'm capable of taking action. Then when it came for me to execute the next step, which involved action. Again, I stood steadfast and I did it. Then it led me to another step, another step, another step, and finally, it became in such a way that to take any step, whatever it took, I was ready to take. Doesn't matter what the consequences of it were. So that could start only by taking a single step within me. And if it was not that inspiration by Sadhguru to take action, I would never have taken action. I would have maybe attended year after year. I would have just gone and attended Guru Purnima. I would have done my practices. I would have been, growing in my job. I would have done something else. But what happened after that, after I took that single step, within a few years' time, the kind of situations, the kind of growth which I went through, it's what has happened in my life last 10, 12 years is just very hard to explain, because the kind of situations which I've gone through and which I'm going through, it's something which I would have taken maybe more than 25, 30 years to go through all these things. The kind of speed which I'm facing situations, the challenges, the upheavals, it feels like my life has gone on fast forward. And now when I look back and I see, I wouldn't want to trade any of it for anything. It doesn't matter what price you give me, or you say that this is something you should have done. I wouldn't take anything of it, because what it has given me is far, far greater than anything else or anybody else can give me. Whether it's my work or family or whatever else, it can never ever match this what inner strength you develop. That is not comparable to anything else, because situations around you may change anytime. Right now you may be a millionaire, tomorrow you may be just on the streets. It's very much possible. But if you have this inner strength within you, then it doesn't matter whether you're on the streets or in your palace. At least you'll be able to go through it gracefully. And that is the only thing which you have in your life, which is in your hands. Because external situations can change very rapidly. As you have seen right now during this pandemic, what the whole humanity was thinking suddenly has come crashing down. Whether you're a millionaire or whether you're a billionaire, it doesn't matter where you are. The virus knows nothing. It doesn't know any boundaries, isn't it? So external situations can change anytime. You never know what can happen. You may make all grand plans, but suddenly something may come crashing down and everything will fall. So external situations, you can only ride it as long as it's going good. But when things break outside, that is what shows where you are where you are established. If you are well established, then even this will be another situation which you go through. But if it's something which you never invested your life in, if you just were living frivolously outside and just bothering about how you are outside, then this will tear you apart in such a way that you may not even be able to recover. So this I realized after I took that one step. I just realized that though everything else was going well outside, I was so terribly weak within myself that I couldn't even handle anything. And even if it was something which is like a small change in my life, I would hesitate to do that, because you're always comfortable in your boundary, isn't it? So this Guru Purnima, I would request all of you just to spend some time. Maybe just look within yourself. Maybe after this event ends, this program ends, just look at what is it that you wanted to change in your life, or what is it that one action which you wanted to do in your life, but which you felt that no, I'm not able to do this, or I'm not capable of doing this, or I'm not fit to do this, or I can't change this. It doesn't matter what you think right now about it, but just try to execute this one thing, just one simple step. This day is supporting you. Everything is there which will assist you in this direction. You just have to take that simple step. And maybe once you take this simple step, suddenly things around you might change in a way that you didn't imagine. But if you just hold forth, if you don't give in, and if you just continue, if you ask for Sadhguru's guidance, then you'll say even that will pass. But definitely, it is much better when you look back at your life and then you see, okay, at least I lived my life the way I wanted to, or the way I felt it was worth it. Because what is the point of adding so many years to your life and regretting after a certain point of time, okay, I didn't even do the things which I cared for. All my life I spent, just being and doing things what others expected me to do. So that should not happen, and I hope and wish for all of you that it doesn't matter what step you want to take, it's up to you. You need not take the step which I had taken, whatever matters to you, but just see that this Guru Purnima becomes a stepping stone for you to take that action and commit towards that. And then you will see suddenly everything about you will start moving. If you're feeling that right now things are not moving, suddenly you may see that things around start moving. So please take this step. See how you can, whatever step you are, just try to take this step and use this very significant day in your life to grow within.
कवित्ववाराशिनिशाकराभ्यां दौर्भाग्यदावां बुधमालिकाभ्यां दूरीकृतारं रविपत्रिताभ्यां नमो नमः श्रीगुरुपादुकाभ्याम्